You okay?
No,
Why not?
because you have me deadlifting 1,000,000 reps.
What do you got, buddy?
345, so it's like 85% for sets of 8 to 12 or 10.
Don't you want to lose weight and get more jacked-er?
Do.
All right, then here you go.
Spinal. Getting back in shape, take 2. Got sets of 8 sumo deadlift. Sets of 8 squats. Smelly and Casey are in their first week of meet prep, so I'm gonna try to pull with them. They're probably handling 470 pounds or so for doubles, I believe. I got squats. Smokey's crushing weights. He's still kind of just in an off season, getting ready for his push-pull, so he'll bench a little bit. He's on the ground dying right now. Squats, then I'm gonna implement bent over rows, face pulls, maybe some abs. Then that'll be it for today. T-bears in the house. Small crew, raining outside, but we're getting after it. What's up, guys? Like you guys talked about and asked for more voiceovers, here it is. Make sure to go hit the thumbs up, give it a like, give it a subscribe, because I'm giving you guys what you want. Showing you guys a lower body day, a lot of deadlifts, a lot of squats. The reps are high, the volume is high, and the weights are moderate, submaximal. Kind of always training 50 to 70, 75, maybe 80% in my off season until it's time to peak and test out for a 1 rep max. Always focusing on that form, always trying to get a little bit of a cardiovascular effect with the higher reps. And since my form is pretty decent in my opinion, I can do those higher reps. If you're new, keep the reps low, sets high, figure out that form. Here's Smelly banging out some doubles and triples as he is touching a little bit heavier weight, getting ready for the meet. But as I mentioned, I am trying to get back in shape. A little bit of a week, 7 days, 10 days pushed me back with traveling and getting sick. So my diet's back locked in. Those that are always asking, I do track my macronutrients. I track my calories. Currently eating anywhere from 350, 400 grams of carbs, 70 to 80 grams of fat, and about 200 to 220 grams of protein daily. And I'll manipulate those depending on my training stimulus, how hard I go, rest days, etc. Currently no cardio. But I am running a variation of the program that we released, the Kaizen training that's in the description, fat loss and maintain your strength program. But basically, since I helped write the program and I have a lot of programming knowledge, in my opinion, I've changed it and varied it for myself. So I'm squatting 3 times a week, benching about 3 times a week, deadlifting once or twice depending on how I feel, and then hitting my accessories also kind of with an undulating fashion, where the main lifts are always kind of higher volume. They're still semi-undulating, meaning just changing the sets and reps. People ask me what best rep range or set range is good for strength, what's good for fat loss, what's good for hypertrophy, and for all 3, I suggest training as many as you can. The 3 to 5, 3 to 6 rep range, 6 to 10 rep range, and then even the 10 to 15. And depending on the goals, depending on the exercise, even 15, 20, 25, 30 rep range at varying intensities. Here, there's a little Smokey, writing him a little bit of an off-season program. As I mentioned, his goals are the push-pull. He wants to total 1,000 pounds in the push-pull. So he's not really free squatting. And we got some accessories for the deadlift and accessories for a squat. I moved on to squats. Deadlifts felt good, although I got a lot of blood flowing in the low back, the hips, the glutes, the hammies, so everything felt a little bit tight. Still kind of with that higher bar position, feels comfortable on my back. Trying to lead with my knees a little bit, build up the quads, and then just hitting reps, guys, like I mentioned. Lots of reps, sets of 8 to 12 on this day typically, sometimes a little bit heavier. You guys will see in a video coming up, I hit a little bit of a rep PR. Another question I often get about rep PRs, and I think that's a great thing to utilize. It's a great thing to memorize. It's a great thing to keep note of in your off season as you want to push the reps. Have in mind what your 12 rep, 10 rep, 8 rep, 6 rep, 5 rep, 4 rep, 3 rep, 2 rep, maybe even 7 and 9 rep maxes are. That'll just allow you to progress overall volume and know you're heading in the right direction. If you hit a 10 rep max, it doesn't necessarily mean that your 1 rep max went up, but it means the potential for a higher 1 rep max did go up as you strategically program yourself and switch the intensities towards that 1 rep max. Strength is all relative. It all depends on what you want to do. You can get really strong at a 10 rep max, but the sport of powerlifting is a 1 rep max, so kind of depends on the goals. I'm pretty happy with my form on both squat and deadlift. I'm glad that they're locked in. I'm glad I'm confident with them. It's just going to make the workload, the volume and training easier as I progress through my diet, through my cut, as I'm maintaining, trying to get a little bit more aesthetic for you guys. Showing you a little bit of the accessories I like to throw in. Big fan of the back, the bent over row. Something I want to push a little bit here in the off season during this cut. Normally when I'm competing or I'm lifting really heavy, which, you know, I'm lifting moderately heavy, good volume, but I can't handle that just because my low back is fried from the deadlifts and the squats. So I'm going to lay off those a little bit and be able to push this a little bit more. A lot of different styles to do it. No right or wrong in my opinion. If you can keep safe and feel the contraction in your lats, that's all I'd worry about. Same kind of with all the movements I'm showing here is I like to go a fairly long range of motion, but I don't necessarily lock out either end when I'm doing my back workout. I just do what feels good for me, where I can kind of feel a back squeeze, get a good amount of work done, good amount of reps. In terms of cardio, I'm not really hitting any right now. The goal is to train 5 to 6 days a week, more than about 45 minutes each session. Obviously, my powerlifting days, higher volume days will be more like an hour to 2 hours, where my more accessory type days will be a little bit shorter, more like 45 minutes to an hour. Testing out some new things, some new theories, as I mentioned in another video. Constantly writing programs for myself and others, trying to find the most efficient, best way that works for everybody, works for the masses, but obviously works for the individual, because that's what I'm doing as a coach. And I'll try to share those here in videos with you guys and the programs below. Again, please subscribe, like, share. A lot of traveling coming up in 2017. Super excited to bring you guys along with me. Some vlogs on the way, plus more gym footage. Appreciate you guys.